everybody, greetings. So Kendrick Lamar's halftime show, man. Um, I just don't get the YouTube, the way it's set up, like the streaming YouTube, the streaming app. It don't have. I can't change to monotone. I can't do anything. That's just weird on 2025, and I don't know what this. It's like it's a filter, but it is thick. So, anywho, because I don't have that much time. Kendrick Lamar's halftime show, the reactions are really, really tripping me out. Really tripping me out. There's a lot of people who say it was boring and they don't like it. Now, let's exclude the people who are Drake fans. Let's exclude these people. There's still a lot of people saying that they don't like it. They don't get it. They're bored. It was boring. Now, I think some of the boring part comes from the fact that you guys are spoiled out there in the internet world. You are. You're very spoiled. You look to the internet 24/7 pretty much for your stimulation and your entertainment. It's like an escape for you. You know, you're in the singularities. Yes, you are. It's really sad that you guys cannot appreciate someone just bringing forth their own style, their own creation, their artwork, their talent, their vision, and just accept it for what it is because that's exactly what Kendrick did. And it was unique and it had a message in it. It wasn't just about hopping all over the stage and entertaining y'all. So I saw a lot of people, before I get into more about how I view the show, I want to talk about some of these reactions. Now, listen. The rappers, the hip hop people, the celebrities, I guess, let's start with Lil Wayne. Okay, so he really was disappointed and upset. Why? Because he's acting like Drake, is he not? Like, he just felt like he really thought that they were gonna just give him the Super Bowl just because he's Lil Wayne and it's happening in his state. That's not how that happens. They're all different. The Recording Academy, the Oscar, like, they're all slightly different. And that Super Bowl, him getting it just because it's being held in his state, that's a hard no. That's a hard no. Compare Lil Wayne right now to Kendrick right now. And that's just, compare any of them in that category to Kendrick right now. It's a hard no, especially after the Grammys and after he got on the stage at the Grammys and everybody was saying A minor. Beyonce was trying her best to contain herself from dancing, and Taylor Swift was all in it. I mean, it just he was actually disappointed. He was actually disappointed. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. And then Kendrick had to, well, he didn't have to. He decided to placate to his sensibilities and, oh, I guess I let Lil Wayne down and then call him on top of that and give him like an apology. And it's like, bro, it's not your fault for doing what you're supposed to do. Why do we have these older guys hating on the younger guys? And why do we also have these guys that don't seem to understand? Thank you, bless you too. Seem to understand that, you know, there comes a time where you've been around for a long time and people want to see something fresh and new, especially if it's giving them what they want and what they're enjoying. It is music, okay? It's music. The halftime show isn't based off of like just throwback nostalgia or something. I never was into Lil Wayne. It's a weird taste for me to see, but you know, clearly he had his run of popularity and People say he's super talented. I did see him in a concert with my children a long time ago, playing guitar. He seems to be very talented, but I don't understand half what he's saying, and I don't want to look at him. I just he don't we don't got we I don't I want to hear nothing he talking about, so I don't listen to him. But he's not making any waves right now, like in to compare to Kendrick, just because it's in his city. Then you had other celebrities. Hey, freaking Kanye. You know, I told y'all a long time ago Kanye is gone. Okay, Kanye West is gone. And of course, he is. He named himself Ye. I think part of his problem, okay, y'all, is that y'all won't even respect the man enough to call him Ye. He is no longer Kanye. He is Ye. And I'm pretty sure everybody can understand how disrespectful that is. People can holler about being misgendered and not people not getting their pronouns right, but then y'all want to call Kanye, I mean, Ye, you get it. You get it. Anywho, this dude, he's supposed to come out with another album called Bully. And so he wants all the attention right now for his album. And he is doing all the dumb things that he's done in the past redundantly and thinking that that's going to work. But something is wrong with him. We know that. And this time, he just made himself look, and I never thought that this was possible, but crazier than ever and cornier than ever. Kanye, as an artist, oh my God, don't get me started. Don't get me started. Huge, and I don't use the word fan often, huge fan of what he does. And has, no, I'm sorry, what he has done in the music industry, because I cut him off at, I'll give him Donda. Not Donda 2, but I'll give him Donda, and that's it for me. And I'll take that Kanye all the way back. The rest, I don't even need to look no more, especially at the Vultures. Kanye is done. I don't even want to hear this album that's coming out, and I seriously doubt it's gonna be any good. And that is, I never thought in my life I would be saying that. So Kanye is pretty doggone bad. He done went from this person to that person. He probably bipolar and a Gemini. I wonder if he's a Gemini. This guy, mm-mm, mm-mm. He was into the Jesus and nobody couldn't do anything different with his schools and all that, which probably was some cult that people didn't want his wife wearing provocative clothing anymore. Like, boy, that's how she make her money. So she ain't going for that. Nah. And next thing you know, he's out here with, you know, Vultures is pretty explicit, based around sex, and him and the wife. And he has 4 children. One that we clearly see hang around him a lot. A very impressionable young girl. So Kim is her mother, and Sensori is her stepmom. Well, we bless Northwest, and may she travel her own path of greatness, okay? But Kanye, we see him. He was hollering about the children. Now he got North everywhere with these in musicians, male musicians. Like, cut it out, cut it out. This dude is, he need to go somewhere and get some kind of help to be doing all that. So he jealous of Kendrick and talking about Kendrick, you got rid of my arch nemesis, and he is such a child. Like, what is wrong with this dude? Duh. That shit is cringe. It really is. And when he did at the Grammys and then talking about we beat the Grammys. No, you live in your head movies. And that's what you think y'all did. Like, no. And then the spazzing. I was gonna do a separate video about that. He is spazzing, and at first I was like, y'all giving him the attention he wants yet again. Why? Just why? Ignore him and see, won't he stop? Clearly, he's an attention seeker. But then I watched the video because by the time I was convinced enough to go, why is this eyebrow so much darker? It's just weird. Um, to X, they say he took it down himself. I don't know. But I watched a channel where he went over pretty much all of the. Yes, that's right. I do have something queued up. I got to talk about those tweets. But yeah, I see why people are addressing it because even though we don't want to get Kanye the attention he want, well, what the heck did you just do? Like, really? Somebody need to get custody over him. I'm serious. Somebody needs to get custody over Kanye West. I don't know who. Maybe his dad. I'm not sure. But yeah, he's not. He's not. He's not. He's not. And then saying he gonna be at the Grammys next year. How, Sway? How? And it's sad that we're in such a society where people are all about themselves. They are all about now the layman's or even the people who do a lot of commentary on these guys in the industry and the beef and all that, who think they know music and think they know hip hop, and maybe they're not well rounded enough, because saying that, oh, they were disappointed with the performance and it was boring. Dang. So all the people who were saying that it wasn't good and they were disappointed, you're the reason why Samuel was there playing his role. So one channel I watched, he thought that it was going to be all these people Kendrick was bringing out. And I'm like, people still don't understand pretty much the theme for this year and this particular performer. So, given the climate, you thought that he would just bring all these people out? No. Kendrick Lamar is making it clear that he is not playing around on about his mission. Okay, whatever that mission is. But it seems to be Drake focused right now. And I think that after I saw the performance at Super Bowl, I then understood, because I'm very critical in my critique in my head. I don't say it out loud, but in my head about J. Cole. We are from the same city. My son knows him. And I just, that whole coming out, I believe they bombed first, didn't they, him and Drake? And then you say something and then delete it. And that video, I like the song. I can't remember the name of it, but he took it down real fast and then he apologized. I was like, oh, this is great. But coming from where he is from, a part of me understands, because there is nobody to fear but your doggone self, especially if you are from Vietnam. If that's where you grew up, that's where you was raised. Yeah, he knows that where this is about to go, he should not participate. Okay, because we do things a little different down in Vietnam, and you get to talking about my family and my children and stuff. We done talking. You know what I'm like? It don't matter. We done talking. So he did the right thing, but it still pissed me out because I'm like, you don't pull it out unless you're ready to use it. That sort of thing. You done stepped in it, carry you through, or claim you for someone else. I don't even know. But when Kendrick did his performance, and it was not exactly what I was expecting, it was very focused on his diss with Drake and, some other things. But that part, that's when I understood that he is pretty much focused on his mission. I mean, the whole Grammy thing with the Canadian suit, you guys, quickly spotted that. And all the other subliminals, which really aren't that subliminal because we're all picking it up clearly. Well, a lot of us are. Yeah, so I'm not a huge fan of Kendrick's. I like some of his music. I like the Damn album. I like the one before that with the van on it. After that, it's a little here and there for me, but even with the battle, I don't know these guys. I don't know Drake. I don't know any of this stuff. So some of that stuff I was just listening to, and I was like, okay, the style, from over there, it's a little different. I'm not a E40 person, so it's not really my groove, but I can appreciate it. Now, Like Us came out, and that's when I decided to start educating myself on this whole situation. And wow, so I do have a lot to say, and I will be saying it. I do have a lot to say. Yes, 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 yes. Um, you guys are carrying all these same talking points, and this situation is not the joking and laughing matter that people seem to make it. So, Kendrick, although I don't like y'all compare him to Tupac, please stop. There's no comparison, okay? Um, Somebody handed him, what was it, Snoop or somebody? They handed him some kind of but rap baton or something. He passed or something, and I was looking at him like, bitch, who hired you to do it? Who said you was the one? You talking about for y'all, like California, for the whatever the hell coast y'all West Side for that little area? Because I know you ain't talking about like rap, hip hop, and just as a whole, as a genre, as a people. No, and y'all some glazers. I'm gonna use the word that gets on my nerves the most. Y'all are though. You're some glazers because everybody is feeling it. Everybody likes it. Everybody says this, and then you sharp point in on something, and you're like, "Oh, this is the best we've ever had." And I'm like, "Okay, you haven't been here that long, have you?" But people who've been here a long time act the same way. And it's just crazy. It really is. So he's not all that to me, musically or what have you, lyrically either. But I do applaud and respect what I see him doing. No, that's not who I thought it was. Again, and shout out to Samuel for playing Uncle Sam because he was, I think, the perfect person for that role. He is awesome as an actor, no freaking doubt about it. From so many things I've seen him in, though, especially the one where his little girl, they are where his little girl. Long Kiss Goodnight. Oh my God. That movie is so deep and emotional. See, now I want to watch it again. But if you guys haven't seen it, you should check it out. Amazing actor, and he played his part. So when y'all say who Kendrick was gonna bring out, he brought out Samuel, he brought out Serena, SZA, and that's all he needed. And if y'all needed more, then shame on you, because it was perfect. SZA was amazing. Serena popping out. Let's address this, okay? People are saying, and thank y'all for hitting the like button. People are saying that Serena got in trouble because she was crip walking, and they're using this whole narrative and they're applying it to also her doing it at the performance of the Super Bowl halftime show and tying it into her getting kicked off. Listen, she didn't get kicked off anything, but she got some penalties, right? Serena has been a tennis player forever. Tennis is like up top for me. It's like my top three. And I love to participate in tennis myself in person. I'm not saying I'm great, but more time, we can get there, right? It's never too late. Never too late. But I love tennis. So, those of us who know at least a little bit about tennis, and this applies to some other sports, y'all. You can't be dancing around and stuff like that just because you got these rebels out here on the football field that be getting away with stuff because they know it's entertaining and it draws in more people. That's the only reason why they let them get away with some stuff that they do, right? They're putting on a show for you guys, kind of like WWE. But in tennis, You cannot be doing all. Do y'all see people in golf doing it, doing anything? You ever see Tiger Woods cut a rug? It's a no. You can't show the over enjoyment, like, oh, I'm sucking it to my opponent or whatever, or showboating and everything. What was that movie? Basketball movie. It was Samuel, Coach Carter. Yeah, oh boy was doing all that showing off, and he bent down. Samuel ain't tied his shoe, and they was looking at him, and he was like, "Look at that." Look at that. I did that. I tied that. I tied that shoe. That's one of my favorite parts from that doggone movie, Coach Carter, because he got so tired of the boys on the team showing out because they made a basket. So she got penalized, regardless if she'd have did the ootsie tootsie, she would have got penalized because you cannot have that kind of display on the court. That's what that is. But shout out to her coming out, her dancing, her doing it well, representing where she from. And I am actually glad that she did the sea walk on the field. Before that, I probably knew where she was from, but it didn't stick like that until I seen her do the walk. And I think, honestly, the era of Kendrick brought that out of her. She's at the end of her career, so she gonna show do pop a little something, and that is what she chose to do, and I respect it. And for me, I get it, even if me getting it is just my own interpretation and really not have anything to do with how she did it or why she did it. But Kendrick saying you better not talk about Serena and all that. He's standing up. He's being the big brother. He's being like the protector of his city, his music, his genre, his people. He's being protective of Serena. No matter what y'all done said about this woman, left or right, no matter even who she married, she is still our fellow sister, and even more so his because they're from the same place. So, all that gets a lot of respect from just such a small man, hmm with bell bottoms on. Speaking of which, and I'm wearing bell bottoms right now, so I happen to love bell bottoms, always have, and I don't care what anybody say, I will always wear bell bottoms. Kendrick, y'all talked about the bell bottoms. He should have worn something different. Well, just go ahead and just control everything about everybody. Because it's like one thing y'all need to learn how to do. And this was terrible for Lauryn Hill. When you get something from an artist or you're introduced to an artist, you fall in love with that and you get used to it, and change makes you feel uncomfortable, so you don't want to see too much change from them. But you'll also complain if you get bored. So it's like, what? But more importantly than that, any true artist, people grow and change over time anyway. But if you're in a creative type of field and you're expressing yourself, you are going to grow, you're going to change with your experiences in life, the things that you see and you hear and you learn, and your vision is as an artist is always gonna be rotating. You're always getting ideas, and just lots of creativity flows, so you're gonna display some of those things, and you guys want to stay where you're familiar at or what you're comfortable with, what you're used to, and that to articulate people and talented people who are talented in the gift of just art. It's quite boring and it's weird. It really is. For y'all to not even be able to just enjoy the performance and, try to get something. All art has a message. All art. And music is a way to express yourself and to express your creativity and your art. I think the bell bottom style fits him. And I've even heard guys say that he's put on weight, so I guess I can go there and feel okay about it. But he has gotten just a tad bit thicker, which helped him fill out those bells. Because I mean, come on, bell bottoms. You got what? If you wear bell, you gotta have some kind of booty, a little bit of thigh too. You know what I mean? You gotta be a little thick or something with the bells on. That's if you're skinny. You want to wear bell bottoms? You skinny? I mean, go ahead, but just try not to. I mean, I'm just saying. So his style, everything was nice. Okay, I really don't care too much about the car with the people coming out or whatever. I guess the America flag, it had to be represented some kind of way. I don't know. That really didn't do too much for me, but the way he did his sets, the sets he chose to do, and I have a reaction video that I want to do um, of this family that I saw that were watching it, and it was just amazing. And I'm going to show y'all that that's what it's all about at the end of the day. And I think a lot of people missed out on that because y'all got y'all minds going with so much stuff. And sometimes you need to just relax it, empty your mind, and just open yourself up to get whatever it is that's coming to you so you can get the message, so you can get the meaning, so you can look deeper. I just watched a channel where a guy was critiquing it, and he was just saying, "Oh my God, this is stupid, it's boring, it's horrible," and da 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 da. And someone in the comment section had a very profound reply, and I screenshotted it. I'm gonna present that in my next video. And he was really telling him, it's about the message, it's about the art and the creativity. And he was like, the guy who did the video, he was like, well, what was the message then? Tell me. And, honestly, I believe he does not get it. And for me, it's sad that a lot of people don't, even if somebody points it out, like, hey, it's about the message. And then, they say, okay, so what was the and then think. Go back and watch it again. Analyze it. Whatever comes to your head based off of your life, your experiences, what you know, what you've seen in relation to any of this. Was you got to be able to pick up stuff in your journey in this world. So you guys are going to need to be able to interpret that performance some kind of way and get some kind of message from it, because everything in life is a message. Every experience you have is about giving you a message, giving you something to learn and grow from. And it's really sad if you could just say, oh, I'm bored, I wasn't entertained, and I wish it was this and that, instead of just saying, okay, this is a performer, this is a artist, this is a guy who we have publicly seen on some type of mission. So you have to collectively pay attention to what he's doing, listen to whenever he does interviews and gives his own interpretation of his journey, and whatever you're picking up from all of this stuff, and put it all together and try to help you come up with something other than just walking away so empty-handed and empty-headed. Okay, I'm just saying. But the performance, to me, it actually was quite perfect. It was. I only have one critique, and that's about how they panned the video when they said minor. I think a better shot, a better scene would have went with that. But other than that, I just, I think it was great. I think there's so many messages that could be in there. And for me, I've enjoyed just trying to pick up on some of that, being recently even paying attention to any of whatever was going on with this situation. So even from watching other people say what they think it was, some of that stuff I can see that, and then I say, like the A on the chain, I didn't even notice the A on the chain until somebody said something, and then they said it was for A minor. But and that's, at first I was like, maybe, but I don't know enough about Kendrick to know that. So later on, I saw the video where the guys ran out on the field, and I saw that they had a flag with A and then two children under it. So I'm like, oh, okay. So anywho, gotta go. Peace out. We'll talk more. Hit that like.